But he goes in against, as they were wont to say, a most noteworthy opponent, Michael Bent, who's had 11 international bouts. Michael is 22 years of age, and he has every kind of medal and trophy you can find except an Olympic gold medal. And he wants it just as much as Ray Mercer. Ray stationed in Baumholder, West Germany right now, and he is the 1988 U.S. Amateur Champion. Now, let me tell you what I think might happen here. Michael Bent sometimes doesn't always come out stormy, but I guarantee you Ray Mercer's going to come out like a thunderstorm. That's his way. All he does is just come and come and come, and you have to fend him off. John Hollis is the referee. Here we go. Mercer, almost a little more sedate, I think, in the beginning of this fight than one might have expected. Because he has at times just come out storming. And he is not unwilling to throw both hands. Michael Bent obviously has much the greater experience. There is no time for coasting in these Olympic trials. That's a good left hand to the body by Michael Bent. There's a good right hand to the body by Ray Mercer. These are heavyweights up to 201 pounds. Ray Mercer weighed in at 198, stands 6'1 1/2. And Michael Bent hit the weight limit on the nose, 201, and also stands 6'1 1/2. That is a good punishing straight left hand by Michael Bent. There are times, though, when he may not throw it enough, may not be busy enough. This is the first round. That's Colonel Don Hall there. He has been part of the development. He has been a stimulus for the development of the U.S. boxing program, president of AIBA. As I remember, 1974, we went to the first AIBA tournament held in Havana. It was a bit rustic, but we had a good time. He's a good friend and a fine man. Michael Bent now going for the combination. Mercer standing his ground, coming with a right-hand lead, and back with a combination that jarred Michael Bent. But again, you see the experience of Bent taking him away as he rolls off the rope. He's had 11 international bouts, whereas Mercer has had just 6. Many stories told about Michael Bent, perhaps a lot of them pinning high expectations on him because all of them are projected toward a professional career. But even at this point in his life, I'm not so sure. And I say that because of my talk with him yesterday, that he's all that wrapped up in a pro career at this particular point. He enjoys the sport. That's a good, short, chopping right hand by Bent, and it shook Mercer. Coming up on a half minute to go. And of course, the biggest news, I guess, was when Michael Bent's dad won the $2 million in the New York State Lottery. It's to Ray Mercer's advantage, I think, to keep the pressure on in this heavyweight bout. All right, we go to the second round of the heavyweight bout, 201 pounds. Ray Mercer of the U.S. Army in the gold, Michael Bent in the green and white, and Mercer comes out a little quicker and a little more aggressive here in the second round because Hank Johnson and Alton Murchison were all over him to be a little busier. You've got to be busy if you plan on winning at this level in amateur boxing. That's a bit wild there, but he'll throw that. He is not timid about leading with that right hand. Snapping left hook by Mercer. Bent working pretty well to the body, but Michael's let himself get back on the ropes, and Mercer stings him. Bent's a tough guy, though. When you pin him on the ropes and you think you got him, all you're doing is beating on his gloves and elbows, and suddenly he rolls out of there and he's gone. Mercer calling for a low blow, doesn't get the call and gets wrapped around the head as he is forced back into the corner. He looked at John Hollis, the referee, begging for the call on the low blow and left himself wide open. His good fortune is that Michael Bent didn't have a chance to plant his feet and set on him. I won't talk to a guy here between rounds and tell you about the dangers of leaving yourself uncovered. Henry Tillman, who went through this. Now Mercer, angry, gets a little wild as he tries to go with a combination of the head. John Hollis, the referee, that time got Michael Bent on the low blow and nails him a point. So that might prove expensive. As the left hook, another left hook by Bent. Both of them good to the jaw of Mercer, but Ray stays right in front of him and keeps him backed into the ropes and hammers away at him as we come up on a half minute to go in round 2. Pretty good combination by Mercer. That one rocks Michael Bent. The right hand hurts Michael Bent. A standing 8 count for Bent. But remember, that punch that caused the 8 count is only one punch. But that combination that led up to the 8 count was wicked. So this round took all kinds of dramatic swings. First, there was the low blow that Mercer begged on and didn't get the call. Then the second one, and that time John Hollis jumped all over Michael Bent about it. And then there was a furious flurry by Ray Mercer that caused the 8 count. And when you're working around the belt line, sometimes it's pretty easy to let that slip down. Now let's turn to Henry Tillman, who's living in Diamond Bar, California. And of course, Henry made some noise when he knocked off Mike Tyson in the trials. There are times, I guess, Henry, when these trials are tougher than the real thing.
Yes, Keith, as we used to say when I was coming through the Olympic trials back in '84, some of these are going to be these guys' toughest fights.
Right. Now, when we saw Mercer there beg the low blow and left himself uncovered, he was very lucky that Bent wasn't able to set on him.
Definitely, Keith. That was a big mistake on Mercer's part. He definitely can't go over in career and pull a stunt like that because the Cubans or someone would knock his block off.
That's right. Of what you've seen so far in all of the bouts today, how do you see and read the quality of this team, Henry?
Oh, well, it's really has picked up since Tuesday. I've been here since Tuesday, and the competition is really getting tough, and you're really getting down to the cream of the crop is what it all comes down to. Everyone is hungry.
I think Michael Bent now has got to go all out, but I don't think Mercer's going to let him.
Definitely, Michael Bent has to go all out, but he has to go all out in Michael Bent style, and that's boxing. You can't stand toe-to-toe with Ray Mercer. It's just too strong.
Comments from Henry Tillman, who is now a ranking professional and doing very well, and always good to see him. It's always fun to see that next generation come along. It's always good to see the passing generation go on and succeed, and we're proud of you, Henry. Well, here's John Hollis now with that thumb in the air again. So John playing a very prominent role in the second and the third rounds here. But rules are rules. I mean, there's a certain degree of desperation when you get into the third round of a close, tough fight with as much at stake as these young people have here. Ray Mercer's 27 years of age. Michael Bent's only 22, but Michael's been around in the game of boxing a lot longer than Ray. So Mercer is at full man strength right now and reasonably fresh insofar as the sport of boxing is concerned. And as he said as he walked out of the room yesterday, I'm hungry. Bent missing with that wild right going over the ropes. Mercer almost let him have it, but walks away. It's a hard, straight left hand that Mercer's sticking in the face of Michael Bent. That's a bit wild. We're just past the halfway point of the final round. Heavyweights and the final fight of the day in these Olympic trials. We'll have 6 more for you tomorrow. This is a war. Both of them tired now. Winner goes to the box office in Las Vegas. Then it's up to the selection committee to pick the man that he will meet there. One would probably suggest that you'll see a rematch of these two next week, live here on ABC Sports. Right now, Bent rolling on the ropes, and Mercer trying to load up and nail it. But Bent escaping most of that fury. Bent gets busy now. Scores to the body and hook to the head, but Mercer comes right back and nails Michael with a straight right hand. These are two tough guys. Down the road, if you think about the people, there'd be the Cuban, there'd be Yagutkin, the Soviet fighter. He's been very prominent in around Michael Bent's time. He's still around. Alexander still doing very well. There are a lot of good fighters at 201, the heavyweight category, and the fight is over, and Ray Mercer thinks he's won it. Tough fight. And we'll have the decision on the heavyweight fight for you in just a moment from Concord, California. Of all his efforts against a world-class amateur boxer.
The winner in the red corner, Ray Mercer.
My gosh, he almost jumped out of the building. Happy as he could be because he knew he was going up against one of the best in the world. When people start training at 201 pounds in this country these days, Michael Bent is their textbook. Everybody knows him, knows how he works, knows his quality. He has been a target now for some time. He was a target today, and today, the man from the Army base in West Germany got him and wins the Olympic trials and guarantees himself a posture in the Olympic box-off next week in Las Vegas. And very likely, we're going to see a rematch between these two. Well, congratulations, Mr. Mercer.
Thank you. Hard-earned, hard fought. Feels good.
I tell you, I don't know how it could be any tougher.
That was my toughest opponent. And I've just started coming around about a year ago. And I've been in hiding. That's my toughest fight right there. And that's where the tough fight's supposed to be, in the finals.
I think Michael might suggest to you now, we advertised you as the oldest of the gladiators in this tournament at 27. Michael, don't you think it's about time for him to retire?
Just kidding.
No.
He's a tough guy,
Mike. Keith, let's say congratulations to Ray and the U.S. Army. He represents the fine. He represents the U.S. Army real fine. I think Ray should retire. Just give me another shot to make the team, and we'll take it from there.
All right, it would appear to me, looking at your weight class, that you guys are going to have a rematch next weekend.
Right.
Yeah. We'll do it again next week. Hopefully with better outcomes on my part.
We'll have more fun.
I thought perhaps, Michael, in reflection, that you might have been a little busier.
Well, as been my problem throughout this whole year competing. Making 201 is real hard. And what you saw today was a result from that. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. You've had if anything will tune you, this one will tune you. And I got one more question before we take a break here, Ray Mercer.
All right.
Did you really beat that guy to the draw in that piece we did in Tombstone, Arizona, or is that just put on?
I beat him. They slowed it down a little bit so I could get my gun out from my holster. I was supposed to be the winner.
Well, congratulations. I know it's a big moment in your life, and we're proud of you.
Okay.
Proud of both of you because you're quality men. Congratulations. Michael Bent, Ray Mercer, with Ray Mercer winning at 201 pounds. The probability of quality is very high because we have seen today, I think, some young people, some very young